Welcome back everybody to another episode of Try New Things, where today we got to finish up getting ready for the blackberries and raspberries to grow. So we planted them a little while back, and they're starting to take root and take hold and grow quite nicely. Some of them about a foot tall, a couple others are about 2 feet tall. So it's time to finish the trellis to support the blackberries and raspberries. And to do that, we're going to be using some pressure treated fence posts and some pressure treated 2x4 and stainless steel cable. So today what I want to do is prepare the fence posts, get them ready for the cross members. We'll put them in, and then after that we'll follow up with the stainless steel cable. So stay tuned and watch what we have to do. So the first thing we're going to do is mark each post where to cut in a notch to better receive a flat 2x4. So the posts are round, and I want to mount a rectangular 2x4 to it. So I'm going to notch a piece out. Now my design calls for 2 horizontal brackets, one at 2'3" and another one at 4'6" on each of the posts. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to mark each of these posts and get ready to cut that notch in. So now that we got each post marked, it's time to get the chainsaw out and make those notches. We're going to start with the chainsaw, and then we're going to clean it up with a hammer and chisel. Well, I'm glad that particular bit's over. Now we're going to go to the hammer and chisel. Hopefully it's a little less dusty. That's just for test fit. We're going to replace it with longer boards. I think they're 2 feet long on the bottom and about 3.5 feet long at the top. But we'll check that before we cut them. Alright folks, we got our horizontals cut back at the barn. Now it's time to connect them to the poles here. Today I'm going to be using a combination of liquid nail and 4-inch decking screws. Now, the liquid nail, not so much for the adhesion, although that will help, but because I used a chisel and a hammer to flatten those spots on the posts, it's not quite completely level, so this will make up any gaps or differences. Also, I'm hoping it'll keep the moisture and insects out of the connection between the horizontal cross member and the post itself, and maybe it'll last a little bit longer. So we're going to get started today putting those on here and get ready to start putting the cable up. Stay tuned. Well, there you go, everybody. We got 1 pole done and 7 poles to go. Stay tuned. Next, we'll be drilling the holes in the cross members and start running the cables. So we're using 1/4-inch stainless steel eye hooks for this. And we'll pair that with the stainless cable and turnbuckles. Alright, so now what we're going to do is string our stainless steel cable between each set of posts. And we have to do that 4 times between each bay. And there are 6 bays, so we've got 24 cables to string. Let's get started. Now I've already connected the cable to the other end. And on this end, I'm going to connect it to the turnbuckle. So now I fed that cable through the end of the turnbuckle. It lines up with my mark where I want it to end, so I can connect at the post. And we'll crimp it. That is 1 cable complete. Put it on there. Tighten it up. I'm just going to hand tighten them for now. There's 1 cable installed. Time to do a whole lot more. Well, alright everybody, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Try New Things. I hope you enjoyed this little episode on building a raspberry and blackberry trellis using some fence posts, some horizontal pressure treated lumber, some 2x4, and then stainless steel hardware. So I used eye bolts, cable, and turnbuckles. Now all we got to do is wait for the raspberries to continue to grow so we can tie them up to these new cables and keep them under control while they continue to grow. So until next time, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Leave any comments you want or questions down below. I'll be happy to answer those. And until next time, bye-bye.